Yo, post-game live. It's the JLS takeover. CP is somewhere locked in the closet. It's just me talking Knicks with you guys, man. The Knicks lose 112-104 to the bum-ass Nets. And bum-ass Dimwitty, man. But you know what? It's the return, man. It's the return. The return of the Prince. The return of the Prince and the Fizz kids running the third and fourth quarter, man. What's good, y'all? We're going to talk about it. It's going to be a little bit different today. Since there is no CP, we don't have all the bells and whistles we usually have. But you got me, goddammit. It's the JLS takeover talking that post game. Let's go. First and foremost, we got to talk about Enes Kanter, man, who was rolling. Of course, anytime you see Enes Kanter is giving it to the Nets. Allen is too little. You can't hold that guy. Enes Kanter ends up with 23 points. Easy breezy. Lemon squeezy, man.
Defensive player when he's healthy. Tough shot.
Shout out to the chat. Shout out to in here checking this live. J. Ellis. But yeah, Knicks lose.
20 points.
The first unit was kind of rolling with their first unit, but really the second unit really couldn't handle it. Shout out to the Sirens in the back.
Before the game, he challenged the team.
You know what I mean?
And said, hey, we haven't won a second game of the back-to-back.
Dotson, Frank,
2 from downtown to
Mitch.
At home. Raleigh has been.
All of them came alive.
So consistent.
And mounted a nice little comeback. Shout out to the Fizz kids. But I don't even want to talk about that right now. I want to talk about a couple of things, man. First and foremost, I want to talk about Tim Hardaway Jr.
for his second bucket.
Take a look at Ennis the Menace.
Tim Hardaway Jr. has kind of been in a skid lately, you know what I mean? He has not played well in the last 5 to 6, 7 games.
Struggled shooting the ball recently. Boy, a lot of banging.
I don't know what he shot today. I think he shot like 1 for 7.
Go up against Kanter. Bad pass stolen by Vonleh.
But Dot, man, free Dot, thank you. Dot came in and took over. He sparked the lead. The second unit, Frank, Dot, Mitch, Trier, and even Knox
not looking for his offense, creating
brought
for
the
his
team
teammates.
back.
Yeah, the 3 assists leads the team, Mike.
We're down 16 points.
Steps back for 3.
At one point, we had it down to 6.
It's a short sample size.
Defense.
There he is.
And we almost made it. We almost came out with a win, man. We almost got a win. So shout out to the Fizz kids, man. The Fizz kids brought it back. Yo, and shout out to the chat, man. I'm going to hit y'all up real quick. Shout out to the chat.
Yeah, that's the hype matchup. Count and a foul. That's the way to answer. Damari Carroll.
You know what? We're going to take your phone calls real soon.
Just accepting whatever they did.
Talk about the game since CP is in here.
Moutier, nice pass. Good extra look. That's a fourth assist for Moutier. Kanter wants the ball. Vonleh now gets it.
Give me a second. Give me a second. I am new to this.
Kanter just too strong.
3 Nets around him.
Jefferson, such a good defensive.
So thanks for Dave holding me down, man. First, I'm gonna talk to Julian real
quick.
Go
Kanter. Battles gets
start
it.
This Knicks talk.
Enes Kanter now. 11 rebounds to go with 20 points. Hardaway looking to post up.
Yo, what up, man? Julian, what's going on?
Faces, misses. Kanter tips it in. Where would the Knicks be tonight without Enes Kanter? 22 and 13. Before the game, he challenged the team and said, "Hey, we haven't won a second game."
Yeah, man.
There's only a 2 for 2 from downtown to start. Landed home. Raleigh has been, as we said at the top of the telecast,
I'm with you, dog.
Nice move down low from Enes Kanter. Kanter gets the pass. Allen went for the steal. Kanter sidesteps. Good footwork. Enes Kanter for his second bucket.
Take a look at Ennis the Menace. Agile and mobile off the glass.
Hardaway fires and misses. Hardaway has struggled shooting the ball recently. Boy, a lot of banging in there as Kanter gets free, left-handed.
Yeah, I'm with you, dog, man. We
just kept at it.
We got to trade Courtney Lee at some point, so he has to get some type of minutes. But I'm with you, dog. I'm so happy with the defense when he got on there, man. It's a big difference having Frank playing defense at the top than Moutier, man. And I love what Moutier's been doing so far. You know what I'm saying? He stepped it
looking
up,
for his
got the
offense,
booty off.
creating
It's
for
not
his teammates.
Boudier no
Yeah, the
more.
3
It's
assists
Boudier.
leads the
But the
team.
defense, man,
Knicks
we
still
still have one of the
last
best
in
pick-and-roll defenders
Boudier steps back for 3.
in the
That's
league
good.
on our
By the
team.
way,
And you
it's a
saw that
short
difference when he
sample
was
size.
actually, you saw it.
There he is, featuring him on the low post.
You saw it. Was Dinwiddie getting the
Davis inside.
Go ahead, go
That's
ahead.
good. Cantor 5 for 5.
Cantor working diligently inside.
As the height matchup. Count it and a foul. That's the way to answer. Damari Carroll, undersized, was fronting him.
Just accepting whatever the Nets give them right now.
Moutier, nice
That's a fact.
extra look. That's the 4th assist for Moutier. Cantor wants the ball.
They were just bullying Mitch in the pick and roll and Edison in the pick and roll tonight. And you know, those 22 and 14 by Edison, you played all right tonight. Because again, it's an easy matchup for him. But those are counting numbers. We can still see he's lagging on the defensive end.
Yeah.
And we can still see, that lineup. It's just it can't last for that long. We have to move on. Look, I'm going to the Knicks game on Christmas Day.
All right.
If Fizz doesn't make the Saints by then, there's gonna be problems. I'm gonna actually have a problem with it.
I feel you.
Thanks for your time, Joe.
All right, no problem, man. Yo, thanks for you.
Wait, one more thing. I know, Mad Max, he's the leader of the Frank Miller fan club.
You know he's coming.
He can have that. No question. But I pronounce myself the leader of the Frank Miller cult. I'm setting up a website. If anybody wants to join, hit me up. Okay, I'll be in the chat. All right, talk to you later, Jay.
All right, man. Yo, thanks, Julie, for calling in, dog. Yeah, I hear you, dog. Like, listen, man. It's the little things, dog. It's the little things. The Knicks just seemed like they didn't want to compete today, man. The Nets played last night, came in here like they were the fresh team when the Knicks was really one who had the nights off. I don't understand why the Knicks came in here so lackadaisical. There's this myth that Mario plays defense. And I know Fizz, that's Fizz, man. He's trying to coach him up. You know, I'm trying to give Fizz the benefit of the doubt. Because we have all these wayward first-round picks that he's trying to get right and he's trying to get better. But he's also saying keep what you kill. So if it is keep what you kill and you're preaching defense, you need to have defenders in there from the jump. And I got to say the same thing for Tim Hardaway Jr., man. Tim Hardaway Jr. has been playing for 7 games or so. You know what I mean? He hasn't really been playing that well. I think it might be time to kind of explore another lineup, to kind of explore that starting shooting guard spot. I think it might be time to start Dodd or try something else, man. You're doing it with everybody else on the team. I guessing maybe that might be a political thing where you feel like you don't want to do that because he's supposed to be the leader of the team and he's the veteran. But you're doing that with everybody else in the sky when they're not shooting right, when they're not playing defense. I think it might be time to do that with Tim Hardaway Jr. as well. And that's all I'm saying. So let me hit to this next caller up. This is Powell from LA. He wants to talk about Frank.
Yo, what's good?
Yo, what up, man? What's going on, Powell? How's it going?
Good, Jay. This was a good chat. Oh, by the way, the chat is wilding right now. They're saying that they cannot hear the caller through the audio. I'm not sure if you fixed that already.
Oh, they can't hear the caller? Hold on.
Yeah, that's what they're trying to say. So,
Hold on.
they can't hear the caller.
Hold on. Let me see.
After
Yo, chat, what's going on? Can you hear the caller's chat? What's good?
Yeah, can y'all hear me, chat? Can you hear the caller? I'm not sure they can hear me.
Yo,
Still.
can you hear the call, chat? Still no? Yo, chat, can you hear the caller? Let me know.
Nah, Dave said you can't. Knicks Fan TV, Dave.
Knicks Fan TV say he still can't hear the caller. Hold on 1 second.
I'm going through the YouTube channel, by the way, so.
Okay. Let's see what's happening here. Mixer. Volume up.
Oh, they can hear me now. They said they can hear me
You
now.
can hear me now? Bet.
Yeah.
Alright.
So all I'm gonna say, at first I started to doubt Fizz right away because I'm like, why is he doing the lineup this way? But then I realized, what if there's a conflict with the front office and the Knicks, like Fizz himself, where front office is trying to tell Fizz to play all these other guys that they're trying to trade, as opposed to the young guys, like what they did with the Cavs, which is why J.R. Smith left, and also what he was talking about over there about them not wanting to win. And also, Kyle Quinn, also, when he left, he said he wants to go to a team that wants to win, right?
That's a fact.
I'm just thinking about that because a lot of these lineup rotations don't make no sense. Like, the other day when Fizz got asked why didn't he put Frank, didn't he say some shit like, I thought about putting Frank in the lineup and all that? So I don't know. I want to know I want to ask what you think about that. And, just let me know how you feel. Like, what if there is a conspiracy with the front office and Fizz is trying to show them that, yo, this is what happens when you put the young guys in the lineup. This is what will happen, which is why he specifically decided to put them late in the third quarter, which makes zero sense, but it makes sense if you're trying to make a point, right? So, yeah, let me hear your thoughts, man.
Man, I think, like I said, I guess the other, I couldn't really hear the other caller, my bad. But the other players, right? Like people like Courtney Lee, I think everybody knows at this point the Knicks want to move Courtney Lee. So he has to kind of get some minutes, and that's why he's kind of ahead of everybody in the depth chart a little bit. I mean, he didn't really get any minutes tonight, thank God. But it's like we going to have to play some of these guys to trade them in the future, and I think it's probably the same reason we even moved Joakim Noah. You know what I'm saying? Because Joakim Noah, I feel like Joakim Noah good to Memphis. He seems like he's playing all right. He seemed like he might be, kind of back or a little bit, getting momentum. But I feel like we traded him for that same reason. I don't think Fizz wanted him in here and taking minutes from the young guys in the first place. And I think they really just wanted Lance there just because, he's kind of like that utility guy and he's a leader. And I don't think you really have to worry about giving Lance as much minutes as everybody else. You know what I mean? So I'm kind of with you. Like, it's really for trade purposes. I don't think it's a really conspiracy. I don't feel like it's a conspiracy theory like you're saying, because from the beginning, the front office told Fizz that Fizz can play whoever he wants to play. And I think they're going to stand by that. And it's really going to be all up to Fizz. But he also knows that Fizz has to develop these guys. So he's playing. It's a balancing game right now, man. It's a balancing game right now. You still there? Did I lose? Did I drop the call? But yeah, man, that's what's going on. That's what it is right now. Right now we are just playing. Okay, it seems like we just dropped the call. I'm not sure exactly what happened. Let's see. Hold on a second. Hello? Hello? Paul from LA?
Yeah, what's up, man?
Yo, what's going on, man?
Yo, I'm out here, man, watching my Knicks. I got the NBA ticket so I can see my games because I can't get MSG out here.
Right.
And then I see my boy Frank come in the game.
Yeah.
Losing their minds. Now we got the point guard back in the game. Mr. Defense, right?
This the defense.
Now, I understand. The dude does play good defense. I think it's a little bit overstated because the rest of the team is really, really bad at defense, man.
No,
like, you got so many poor defensive players. It really makes him look better than I think he really is. I'm not saying he's not good. He's good at D. But I think some of the people, especially on the site and in the forum and the chat, they talk this dude up like he's locking people down like nobody can score on his brother.
Listen, man.
It's not like that.
I can't let men lie, women lie, numbers don't, right? That's all I got to say. Last season, best pick-and-roll point guard in the NBA as a 19-year-old rookie. Better than Drew Holiday, who was number 2.
I'm not questioning the fact that he's a good defender. I think it gets a little overplayed because of the rest of the team is as bad as it is. But a bigger point than that, man. I didn't really call it like, talk about whether or not he can play defense or not, because I'm acknowledging that he's a good defensive player.
Right.
My issue, though, is that he is not going to be the answer at point guard, man. We still need an elite level point guard. The problem is this.
Okay.
Now, I get it. He's young, right? So people say get a kid time to grow. But there are other young point guards that come into the league, and you can see they're going to need time to put it all together. But they do things instinctively as point guards, and you say, yeah, that kid's got it.
Right. Now, I agree with you.
I never watched Frank play as a point guard and say, yo. He never does anything as a point guard in terms of orchestrating the offense or making other players better around him, but you just go, oh, my God, this kid is going to be a great point guard. I never see that.
Here's the thing.
Can you honestly say, when you watch him play, you think this kid is going to be a great point guard one day?
I will say this. I'm not sure if he's going to be the prototypical New York street baller, cross you over, take you to the rack, and one scream, right?
I'm not looking for that.
Right.
I'm not looking for that.
Right. Here's the thing with Frank. Frank is a solid pick and roll point guard. Right. He's not somebody who's gonna break you off the dribble crazy. At least right now, we'll see if that even develops right now. But as of now, he's one of the top pick and roll defenders in the NBA. When he was in Europe, he was a pretty good 3-point shooter, shot around 40%. And even though
he's not that guy now,
he's not that guy right now. But you have to figure that at some point that shooting that was in Europe will translate here in New York. So you're hoping that.
Okay, are we also taking into account that the defense played in Europe is not at an NBA level, and that might be the problem?
But dog, you still skipping the part that last season with the numbers, with the metrics, he was still the #1 point guard pick and roll defender in the NBA. So
again, okay. We're going back to the defense. I got
going back to the defense. So we already know the defense is there. The offense is going to be where he has to develop. Now, will he ever get there? I'm not sure. I personally think his floor is a 3-and-D point guard. His floor. That's what I personally think. And I think once the shot goes there, if you have somebody else around him who's going to be able to like actually control the offense, like run the offense through them, like you don't need a point guard who's going to knock down, like sit up a bunch of people. If you have somebody else as a first scoring option, you can kind of have like old school Lakers point guard.
Is going to be whatever kind of offensive system Fizz eventually puts in, right? Because I don't think it's going to be this handoff, whatever offense they got doing now that's really, really basic. I mean, I would think that if you had a more capable point guard, you could institute a more high-level offense like right now.
Of course.
But I think if you got Moutier and you got Frank as your primary point guards, you probably got to keep it pretty basic.
Of course. I mean,
I just don't see it, brother. I just don't see it in his point guard play, other than his defense, and like you say, being able to play the pick and roll, which is a pretty basic offense. I mean, most NBA level point guards should be able to run pick and roll. I mean, it ain't that complicated.
I mean,
right?
It is and it isn't. It is and it isn't. I mean, it depends. Like a lot of moving parts.
I think Trey Burke is a better pick and roll point guard right now.
Yeah, but like even right now, if you're looking at the rollers we have right now, the team all around hasn't really been playing that good pick and roll offense compared to last season. I don't know if it's the system. I don't know if it's because KP can catch and Mitch has been bobbling the ball a lot of times. But we've had some point guard success last season running pick and roll. For some reason this year it's not really hitting. But I think eventually, maybe when there actually more plays run or Mitch gets used to the timing, or eventually I feel like all of that can come together. But you know what? We don't even know if all point guards are going to be here next season, to be honest with you. Like, we might actually have another point guard here next season.
Depending on whether or not they want to pick up Moutier at the cap hit he's at, probably not. Who knows? Trey Burke, who knows? If he comes back cheap enough, maybe. And that's pretty much it. But I still think that we are like a real point guard away from really seeing what this team could really do in a year or two. And I just don't see anything in Frank's play, man, that says he's that dude.
I
I
got
get
you.
the defense. I'm not knocking that. I understand the pick and roll defense is there. The man-to-man is even there to a certain extent. But I just don't see it. Like, I see Shea Gilgeous-Alexander and all these other young point guards, and there's flashes, man. You definitely say to yourself, yo, this kid, in a year or two, is going to be balling out as a point guard. I never watched Frank and have that thought ever cross my mind.
Honestly, I mean, you're not the only one, man. There's two schools of thought with Frank. There's guys who think he's never gonna be there, and then there's guys who see, wow, the defense is what he's picked up so quickly, and that's the part that everybody else seems to struggle with, and he's gotten that right away. So there's two schools of thought there, but
he's a good defender.
Yeah.
I'm not saying he shouldn't be on the roster. He should always be a part of it. You can always use a guy like him on your roster.
Right.
In a defined role. Like, if he wants to be like our version of Livingston from Golden State, right? A little more athletic than Livingston because, he got some knees. But I'm just saying, like, that kind of guy, yeah. But Livingston is not going to be anybody's primary point guard.
Listen,
He plays his role.
it all is we're going to see in due time. That's all I gotta say. We're gonna see in due time. We'll see in due time.
Believer. I believe he's going to be a really good player in some role that they're going to define for him, but it's not going to be our lead point guard. I just don't see it, man. I just don't see that in his game.
Yeah, I mean, you might be right.
And I like to see it.
You might be right, but I'm gonna believe that he's gonna turn into something good, a nice 3-and-D point guard,
All right, man.
and that'll be it.
Thanks for taking my call, man. I appreciate it. I'll be calling again.
No doubt, man. Thanks for calling, man. Appreciate it.
Yeah, peace, man.
Yeah, man. I see all the Frank, these Frank guys who don't believe in Frank. I get it. I understand. It's not. You see these guys out here. You see the Donovan Mitchells. You see the guys with the crazy handles. You see Trey Young doing all these crazy passes, and you think Frank can't be the one. But I still feel like there's a chance where he can be that. There's plenty of guys out there who started off with defense first, and then ended up playing better offense later on. And I think Frank is one of those guys. That's just me personally. And I know there's a lot of people out there in the Frank hive who kind of agree with me. You know what I mean? And it is what it is right now. I'm still Frank hive till I die. Let's go. Frank fan. Let's get it. Let me get to this next caller, though. Let's see. JJ from Brooklyn. He wants to talk about Tim Hardaway Jr. All right, real quick. Yo, hello? JJ. Yo, what's good, man?
Yo, what up, bro? How's it going, man?
All right, yo, what's good, Brooklyn? Stand up, man.
Chillin', man. I just want to say Hardaway, bro. This guy, man, he's terrible. I mean, he's shooting for the year, 38%? Tonight, what was he, like 1-2 for 12? His defense is terrible, man. I mean, you think anyone would take him in a trade? You got to get rid of that contract.
Oh, man, I don't know, man. Like, the way he's playing right now, I'm not sure. He came out shooting hot. Sometimes I feel like Hardaway just wants it a little bit too much. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think that might be what's happening right now. He might be a little bit too much in his head. Hold on. Let me see. Hold on. Let me try some CP-like stuff. Hold on. And like, switch to the, here we go. To the Hardaway stats. So Hardaway today, 2 for 12.
Yeah, man, come on. Plus, the defense, he's not shooting well. He's not doing nothing because, his defense is, bad. You know what I'm saying? So if he's not bringing it on offense, what's he doing?
Yeah, man. Yeah, 2 for 12, 0 for 5 from 3, 1 assist, 1 steal, 1 block.
Yeah, come on.
It's not cutting it, man. It's not cutting it. Listen, man.
At least Frank, at least if Frank doesn't score, we know he's bringing it on the other end. Tim ain't playing defense. You know what I mean?
Nah, I agree with you.
Come on.
I agree with you. Listen, man, I was saying this earlier today. I don't know if you was listening earlier, but like the first unit and the second unit, they run in similar plays. They both running that double pin down curl action. And you see how Dot responded when he's running those same actions that Timmy was running.
I like Dot, man. I like Dotson a lot, man.
Like I'm not sure if if defenses key in on Dot if he'll be able to handle it like Timmy has been or will. But
that's his one weakness, Dotson. That's his only weakness is he doesn't have a great handle. You know what I mean? But he could shoot. His defense is good. He rebounds well. His only weakness is that he's not a great creator. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but he's gotten a little bit better. He's gotten a little bit better. But he's starting.
They got better. They got a little better. I think they got a little better. Yeah.
Yeah, but we still need to see. But I like what Dotson was doing. They got on that little streak when Frank came in the game with 5 or 6 minutes left.
Yeah, I want to see. I would start Frank and Don, man, at the 1 and the 2. I mean, and the 1 and the 2 or something. I mean, you can't play start. I mean, Tim, it's like he gets like the coach never blames him or nothing. He benches Frank for 4 or 5 games. Why can't you, bench, put Tim on the bench and let him learn? I mean, he's bringing nothing to the table right now.
I don't know, man. I don't know what's happening.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, he's shooting under 40% for the season. I mean, that's terrible.
I don't know,
man.
Yeah, man. I don't know, man. I don't know what's happening with Tim. He needs to get it together, dog.
Yeah.
I know the coach came out earlier talking about playoffs, and he sees him as an all-star. If you should hold it up, but this guy he's had a bad shooting streak for 7 games, and I don't know, man. I've been turning on Tim. I know we couldn't beat him. We lost to the Bulls when we didn't have him. But it's like, oh man, I'm trying to defend this guy. I'm trying to stay with him. I'm trying. Yo, somebody on the line call. Give me a pep talk, man. Somebody on the line. Give me a pep talk. If we can have a Tim fan on the line, hit us up. Defend this guy because I've been defending him for a minute. I've been saying that he's our guy. He's turning the corner, and we know he's the third option. He's not really the first option. He's operating it as one, but I really want to see him get to that next level, man. I really want to see it.
Yeah, he's like on the Knicks. He's the number 1 option. He's not both. To me, on a really good team, he's a 6th man. To be honest with you, that's what I think.
I feel you. I definitely feel you. But yo, thanks JJ. Thanks JJ for calling. Quick. Oh wait, what's up?
All right, bro. Oh, can I say one thing real quick?
Go ahead. What up?
Yeah, I was just gonna say the weakness too with the team is our starting lineup. No one is good defensively besides Von Lay, so that's why we got off to a slow start.
Dog.
You know what I mean?
No, that's a fact, man. As good as this team is offensively.
I appreciate it though, man. Have a good night.
All right, man. You too, yo.
All right, bro.
That's a fact, man. As good as that starting unit is offensively, defensively, they can't hold a candle, and it's all about the details. It really is all about the little details. And other teams are running pick and roll on us relentlessly. Especially hitting Mario with the pick and roll, Can through the pick and roll, and even sometimes Moutier. Now, Moutier, I've seen his defense improve man to man. I will say that. But the pick and roll defense from Moutier has been atrocious. Mario's been atrocious. Like, the thing that I like that Frank does that these other guards don't, and Dotson does this as well, which is why you saw when those 2 guys were in the same time, you saw the little comeback, is they're never out of the play. They're never out of the play. Even when they're picked off, they hustle back into the play. They wave their hands out to try to get into the passing lanes. They try to disrupt the pass to the roller guy or get back to the guy who's the ball handler. They're always actively trying to get into the play. When Moutier is hit with the pick, or sometimes Mario, they just seem to, once they get picked, they're out of the play. They don't even seem like they're trying to get back in to disrupt anything. And to me, that's the biggest difference, man. Yo, shout out to, up next, we got Rick from Charlotte. He wants to talk about how the team looks better with Hardaway on the bench. Okay. I wanted some Hardaway defender, but it's going to be Hardaway time right now, I guess. So I'm going to hit up Rick right now.
That guy, the last caller, stole my thunder because I thought this was going to be a Frank Telefon tonight because, he came in and he had a good game. But what I've been seeing the last few games is, the Trier at point guard experiment. Hopefully it died tonight.
Yeah.
Because, as Frank came in and played great, equally as important is Trier on the second half was not playing point guard because in the first half he went with that traditional lineup with he brought Trier in as the point guard, and then the Nets went on a run. The second half, he finally killed it and just put Frank in and let Trier play too, and it helped everybody.
No, it definitely did.
You know what I'm saying? It helped everybody.
It definitely did. Go.
And then the thing I did want to call about was Hardaway, and it's been for a few games now. Whenever Hardaway's out, the team looks better.
Yeah.
And when Hardaway's in, everybody defers to him too, and he's taking bad shots, and you know he's gonna be a liability on defense. So he's just a net loss in every direction.
That's a fact.
So it's killing us.
It's definitely
hard to watch, man.
It's definitely killing us, man. I think it really is time to kind of rethink this whole Hardaway thing. I mean, I'm just saying, I just want Fizz to treat Hardaway like everybody else at this point.
And he's not. It's scary. It's scary.
Yeah.
And lastly, I want to defend my man Moutier real quick.
Go ahead.
And in the starting lineup, in general, they don't have the benefit of running the pick and roll with Mitch. Mitch defends the pick and roll like a good big man should, not like Cantor. So the starting lineup, whenever they get caught in the pick and roll, it's with Cantor. They're screwed. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So Frank does a real good job of fighting screens, but Frank gets caught in screens, so he got caught in screens in the second half. He even got beat on a 1-on-1 defense. So Frank plays great defense, but he ain't locking people up completely. So, but when you guys look at the starting lineup and when they get burnt in pick and roll, you got to know who's the big man that they're playing that pick and roll with. You know what I'm saying? So just defending the starting lineup for a little bit, because the starting lineup actually do not get off to slow starts. They do pretty good. What's been happening lately is really has been the Trier at point guard. That's usually when the lead starts ballooning. I mean the deficit starts going crazy, and then they spend the rest of the game trying to catch up.
Now
I feel like this game. Go ahead.
Now I feel you, like the lineup, the first unit was winning mostly because Cantor is a big boy, and Allen can't handle that man. Like it was a man amongst boys situation. They really should have gone to Cantor every single damn time down the floor. But like you said, I'm with you on that second unit. The second unit with Trier as the leading guard, it worked for the Pistons game. It hasn't worked since then. To be honest with you.
It worked. I mean, that was fool's gold. That Pistons game, he had a good game that game, and then it hasn't worked since. And even the game he had was strictly ISO, and he passed it whenever he went for a shot first. He didn't have a shot, he'll pass it. The first unit though, they stay in the game because they stay in the game. The problem is that Cantor gives, as Clyde would say, give it, and give what is it? Take it and give it, right?
Yes.
So that's what Cantor does. So they usually stay in the game. Is that first, when they start subbing people in, and then with that Trier at point guard, that's when the deficit starts growing. And then, but hopefully it died. It looks like it died at half tonight, and we won't see that. And Frank's back in the lineup as the second point guard until Burke comes in and screws everything up.
Yeah,
peace.
That's funny. yo, shout out to my guy Burke, man. I ain't gonna let y'all on injury reserve. Shout out to my guy Burke. But yeah, like
shout. But man, more guards means more screwed up playing time for different people, and then we have too many people. We need to start. December 15th is when some people are available to be traded.
Yeah.
So hopefully December 15th we can move somebody, and then start setting in on a first group and a second group.
Right.
Because I think we had a groove going early. When we were winning those games. We had a groove. We had that starting lineup, and then we had Fizz kids coming in with some energy. That was grooving, and then when he started trying to fit in some more people and Trier at point and all that stuff, that's when everything went crazy.
Yeah, man. I mean, listen, I can't blame. I know people's mad at giving Trier that shot, but I'm not mad. I feel like Fizz would be irresponsible if he didn't try it. To be honest with you, like if you have an idea, I mean, if you try it, don't work. I mean, you tried it and you just you get away from it. I mean,
Yeah, but how long does it take for you to notice it's not working though?
I mean, it's been 5 games.
I
I know it's
fine,
Nick. I know
but
in Knicks land 5 games is like a lot, but there's 82 games in the season. You know what I mean? So
yeah, but man, come on, we watching it. We seeing what's happening. Man.
I know
It was hurting him, and it was hurting everybody around him too. And Frank's not getting PT, and Knicks, Knicks fans are crazy about Frank. And Frank not getting PT, people were gonna show up at Fizdale's house.
Oh
If
yeah.
he didn't fix that soon.
Now today was the day. Today was the day where if Frank didn't get burned today, it was gonna be an uproar. That's for damn sure. Because
Yeah,
everybody
it
saw.
was about to be ugly.
I know you was defending your man. I know you was defending Moutier in the first unit, but in the second half of that game, the first unit defensively fell apart. They did. They fell all the way apart, and when it wasn't scoring, it was a wrap. And the
Absolutely.
and the Fizz kids had to come in and so at that point when you saw that they was getting pick and roll to death, and you didn't put in Frank and Mitch, then you'd have been looking crazy.
But I feel like quiet as kept. I mean, I would love to have. I mean, Hardaway's the problem. I mean, I would love to have start Dotson at the 2, or even Frank, one of those two. And I mean, I'm gonna sound maybe like a Moutier fan here, but I honestly feel at the moment right now he's our best offensive perimeter player. He gets to the paint whenever he wants.
Oh yeah.
And then collapses the defense.
Yeah,
But the problem is whenever Hardaway's on the floor, everybody defers to him like he's the star, and then we take bad shots, which leads to fast breaks, and and the rest is history.
Yeah, you're right about that. I conceded. I've already said I've climbed to the altar. I'm letting Moutier has improved. Everybody got to give him that. He's running the offense better than everybody else. You got to give him that. He's improved defensively. Got to give him that too. But he still sometimes loses his man. He still doesn't know how to play pick and roll defense as good as Frank can. But he's improved. He's improved. I definitely give you that.
But I'd love to see Mitch. I mean, switch them up. Have Moutier play with Mitch. Have them play the pick and roll together, or have some of the guys with Mitch on the lineup playing pick and roll. Because, like I said, whenever somebody's running pick and roll, it's Cantor who they're trying to isolate on. It's what I'm saying. They just get that guard, and then they got Cantor, and then it's a wrap.
I got you. I got you. I still feel like Moutier has to do some more. But I understand you. But thanks for calling, man. Thanks for calling. Anybody over here who wants to defend Tim, please call me. Call me. I need some encouragement. Talk me off the ledge.
Good luck with that one.
Hey, yo. All right, later, man. Somebody talk me off the ledge, man. Somebody talk me off the ledge because I was defending Tim for a minute. And now I'm starting to lose my patience a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. I'm starting to lose my patience. But we're gonna hit to this next caller, Jay from Baltimore. He wants to talk about Fizz.
Yo, what up?
Yo, what up, Jay? What is going on, man?
What's good, man? We got Jay in our names. What's good? But I'm gonna make this quick and short, man. Based off of the coaching styles with Fizz and Hornacek, what are the major differences that you notice as far as the development with the players, especially with Frank on the court? What's the big differences that you've noticed so far outside of Frank not playing?
Outside of Frank not playing, I mean, I will say this: from what I've been reading and hearing about with interviews, it seems like Fizz has the locker room, and that is a fact. Hornacek does not have the locker room. So you can look at the wins and losses, and we had Hornacek had more veterans last year to play with, and we playing a lot of young guys. You can look at the wins and losses and say, oh, this guy's doing better, and this guy, but Fizz has the locker room. Lance Thomas came on, and he talked about that on ESPN, and he talks about how there's a lot more accountability this year than last year. It's a lot more competitive, and people are kind of really pulling for each other. And you kind of saw it when the Knicks beat the Grizzlies. You know, like they're kind of pulling for each other. So I don't, you know, you see instances of it on the court, like when you had these big wins versus Celtics and Grizzlies and that little run of how they kind of pulling for each other. But they're still a young team, so it's kind of hard to compare apples and oranges. But right now, I would say it's just more of like a play for each other type of vibe, or like there's more camaraderie still.
Okay, I just want to say this real quick. There's a few things that I noticed, especially in game. One thing that a lot of people that I don't hear them talk about is how Jeff Hornacek mentored Frank a lot. Every time we would get on Jeff would pull him out of the game when Frank was playing really well last season and then playing Jared Jack over him.
Right.
But my thing is, every time he pulled him out the game, he would mentor him. You know what I'm saying? And I just feel like Fizz is not as devoted to Ntilikina compared to Alonzo Trier or Moutier. And I think that's a problem if we're talking about development. You know what I'm saying? How you feel about that?
I mean, I partially agree with you, but not totally.
Okay.
I think that from the jump, I think he had his eye on Moutier from the jump, and that was apparent from the press conference. But I don't think that means he's really completely ignoring Frank. I mean, because I don't know if you guys are keeping up with the news cycle that's happening. It came out yesterday that Frank had a good practice, and after the practice, Fizz kind of just sat with him for an hour to talk to him.
Okay.
And what I was reading was he was giving Frank encouragement. So it was all he's in my eyes, that's a sign that he's invested in Frank and he's just trying to keep his mind ready and keep him encouraged. And it seems like that's his theme for everybody. He's blowing everybody up. He was calling Moutier Dwayne Wade. You know what I'm saying? He was calling Lance Thomas. He was calling he was going all off the rails. So I think you're right that he kind of favors Moutier, but I don't think that it means he lost it for Frank. Not yet.
I bet we should see by trade deadline in the off season. But it was good talking to you, brother, man. I'm definitely gonna call again, man. Love your insight.
All right, man. Yo, thanks for calling, bro. Fellow Jay from Baltimore.
All right.
All
right. Peace out, man.
Let me shout out. I haven't given the chat love in a minute, man. This is my first time running the show, so you know what I'm saying? I'm getting used to all the ins and outs of all this. But, yo, shout out to the chat. Oops Upside Your Head. Yo, Nick Reyes holding it down. Smokestack. G. Andrezzi. Alex Collins. Sean Shepard. Yo, everybody, man, thanks for rocking with me today so far, man. Thanks for the chat. Let's see. And the Restream. Yo, shout out to the Restream. And Facebook as well. All right. I don't think it's running right now, but it's okay. We're going to keep this party moving and get to that next caller. You see Armin from LA. He wants to talk about Frank. All right, here we go. Frank came in. Not many people want to talk about Frank. No one really is talking about his good game. Let's see what Armin has to say about Frank.
Yo,
what is good, man? What's good, Armin?
What up, Jay Ellis? What's good, man?
Yo, what's good, man? You here at the Jailers Takeover?
We just want to talk. Let's talk about Frank and the differences he makes when he goes in the game. From what I saw today, when he came in the game, the whole team chemistry changed, right?
Yeah.
Team chemistry changed. They started playing better basketball. It was actually exciting to watch the game. All right, team chemistry is built out, man. You got to move the ball. Everybody got to touch the ball. If you have a point guard that's always passing and everybody's touching the ball, everyone wants to play basketball, man. They want to play. They want to play defense. Obviously, when Frank gets in the game, the defense is better.
That's a fact. That's a fact, man.
I mean, you can see when you can see. He doesn't need to score 20 points, 30 points. He doesn't to change the game.
Yeah.
Fourth quarter came. They had 18 points in the fourth quarter. 18 points.
Yeah, man.
Every other quarter, they're scoring over 30 points, 30, 40 points.
That's a fact. That's a fact, man. Frank really changed. Go ahead.
As a coach, man, you got to be able to see that, man. I don't know what Fizz is looking at, but as a coach, you got to be able to see the difference that he
brings to the game. You know what I'm saying?
You know what? I'm a shoot Fizz some bail. I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt. I'm gonna think maybe. I'd be really impressed if Fizz does this with Tim Hardaway Jr. First of all, but Frank hasn't been playing well for a stretch. Hopefully, it was just like a mental reset. And he also mentioned something that was interesting. He said he wanted to have Trier run point so he can get in a mindset of passing more, which is interesting. So I don't know if that's him being a mad scientist or what. But go ahead.
That's not. I don't think that's right, man. Because Trier, I feel like, is a natural scorer. He's a shooting guard, man. I feel like, when he runs point, like nothing works. When Frank runs point and he gives the ball to Trier half court, Trier is able to work. He's able to score. But when he's running point, he's looking to pass. Then what? He's not a scorer anymore. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he definitely looks way more comfortable as a shooting guard. That's for sure. And the thing that I liked about Frank being a point guard today is it seemed like there was like a top-down attitude when it came to the defense. Like you said, the chemistry. Like all of a sudden, guys like Knox, who you wasn't really saying was a defender, all of a sudden you see Knox making really good defensive plays, Trier making really good defensive plays. Frank and Mitch seem to have each other's back on that pick and roll. It kind of just filtered out throughout the whole team. So like you said, the chemistry was there for sure. But yeah,
because when you have Frank playing defense and he's a 20-year-old point guard, they got to raise up their high level of play too, because now they're fighting for that spot. You know what I'm saying? Now they got to fight for it because they're young players too. If you got all these players playing like bums, then guess what? Everybody's gonna play like bums. They're not gonna try hard.
Nah, you're right, man. You're right. You got all these players playing like bums. But I mean, I think the other thing about that too is they have that team. I think there was the fact that they all came in at the same time, like they were all drafted around the same time. That's like that's our whole 2018, 2019 draft class. I know Trier wasn't drafted. We know what I mean? That's like all our young cats. Plus Frank, who was here last year. It was like, I think there's a little camaraderie that they all know, like, we got something to prove. And they came in there and tried to work that and try to grab that win. And they got close, man. I applaud those kids, man. That was the most entertaining part of the game to me, man. That whole shellacking was worth watching just for that last 2 quarters, dog. For real.
I think Frank and Don have a really, really good chemistry on the court, man. When they run plays,
yes,
I think they look good together, man. I think they should be starting both of them.
Yeah, you saw it too. You saw it when there was a play when there was running pick and roll with Frank and Dot and Dinwiddie, and Dotson switched on Dinwiddie. Now if that was Tim Hardaway Jr. he switched on, everybody's like, oh God, oh God, right?
Yeah.
But he had Frank. Frank got switched, and now Dotson is on me. Like, okay, you switched from one pit bull to another. We good, man. And Dotson got the stop. I mean, I think that unit had like 3 or 4 caused 3 or 4 24-second violations. Like they played really well.
I think it was 2 24-second violations.
Okay, all right.
And a couple of turnovers also.
Yeah, man. Like, play that lineup more, man. Play that lineup. Play the Fizz. That's the Fizz Kid lineup for real. Play the Fizz Kid lineup some more, man.
And one more thing, man. I think Trier, bro, like the last 2 possessions, I don't know what he was doing, bro. Like he can't start thinking like he can take over the game and just start driving in and scoring when you got other players like playing in the flow of the game and they're passing and they're getting free open looks. And then Trier's like, yo, I got this, yo. I'm gonna take over. I'm gonna win the game for us. You know, like you can't play basketball like that, man.
Yeah, I think that was Fizz's call too. Like you talking about that last play when he drove the ball in the fast break and it turned out to be out of bounds. You talking about that one right there, or just in general?
That happened twice.
That's a ticket. That's
he just called off Frank. He's like, get out of here, you know. Like,
I think that's a coaching thing too, man. Yo. I think that's a coaching thing too. I think that's definitely a coaching thing too, because Fizz actually wants him to push the ball. But I hear you though. He has to kind of pick his spots a little bit more for sure. But yo, thanks for calling, man.
Hey, thanks for taking the call, man. Shout out to the chat.
Yo, yeah, shout out to the chat, man. Shout out to the chat. I'm not CP, but I'm doing what I can, holding down the chat, man. It's not fancy. I'm having little technical difficulties, but we figuring something out here. Figuring it out. Talking straight Knicks basketball. All right.
All right, peace.
All right, later. Next, we got Delano from North Carolina. He wants to talk Tim Hardaway Jr. I'm hoping he's going to defend him. Delano, please defend him. Please. He needs help. Because I'm pissed. And I need somebody to defend him. I need somebody to talk me off that ledge. Talk me off. Delano.
I got nothing but love for you, bro. But don't forget, I'm the same one at the beginning of the season that was saying I'd rather have Tim Hardaway Jr. come off the bench. So if you're looking for defense,
oh my God,
I'm not the one. I can't do it. I'm not gonna lie to you. I just can't do it. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate the fact that Frank got in the game and was a game changer. No more of that, quadruple zeros and nothing like that. He was actually effective.
Right.
I appreciate the fact that, again, driving to the lane. The same thing I've been saying for just forever. Drive.
Yo, man, drive to the lane, man. Dog, the pull-up three-pointers from the parking lot.
I've been saying this.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
How long have I been saying this? All he got to do is drive to the lane. You've seen the look he gave, and again, it was a bubble pass on that lob to Mitchell Robinson. Thank God for Mitch's athleticism.
Oh yeah.
You see the point I've been making though. If he drove to the lane, there's gonna be success. You're gonna either get fouled, or you're gonna make a successful play happen. That's all I've been saying. That's the only thing I've been saying that was wrong with Frank. Frank likes to stop. And be cerebral. Sometimes all you got to do is be more reactive.
Yeah.
And, listen, I'm one to always be 100%. I've been telling y'all from the beginning that Vonleh signing was a good signing.
Hey, man.
I said Moutier was gonna be.
I got you. I'm giving you props, dog. I'm giving you props because you saw it. Everybody else was shaky. I'm giving you props. Go ahead, dog.
I said Moutier was gonna be better than he was last season. He's good, but he's inconsistent. He's showing a little bit more consistency. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you now, Hardaway Jr. should come off the bench. The problem is his contract won't allow that.
Yeah.
The politics in the contract won't allow that. But if it was for the betterment of the team, bring him off the bench.
I'm with you.
You know what I mean? And that's like I said, it's not even a knock on Hardaway as a whole because this was one game. It was an anomaly.
Nah, it's not an anomaly though. That's why I'm tight though. If it was an anomaly, I'd have been like cool. But this is like the 7th game in a row where he's shooting like 20-something%. He shot 2 for 12.
No. Yeah, I'm saying, but 2 for 12 is that's not gonna happen on a regular basis. 2 for 12 is not gonna happen.
Dude, look what happened. What did he shoot yesterday? It's been happening on a regular basis. It's been happening on a regular basis. It's been happening for like 2 weeks. Ever since the Portland game, I gave him props. Okay, go ahead. My bad.
But that's 2 weeks. But you said, just like you said, it's a long season.
Right. You're right.
I got to get to you with that one.
Okay. Yes, bring me down.
There's gonna be spurts in there, but like I said, even the 8 assists is an anomaly.
You're right. You're right.
He's not gonna do that on a regular basis. So I'm saying all that to say, if you bring him off the bench, you cut his minutes a little bit. You're gonna see a little bit more. You're gonna either see a more efficient Tim Hardaway Jr., or you can have more reasons to say, okay, this was a bad contract. Let's not make this mistake. Either we need to do something to move him, or, you know what I'm saying, we need to hide his deficiencies. But at the end of the day, he got to come off the bench. That's ridiculous. 2 for 11, and you're not even sitting there saying, okay, well, I'm going to wait till the third quarter to pull you. Nah, you should have pulled him the same way you pulled Frank.
Yeah, man.
In 5 minutes.
That's a fact. I'm just waiting for consistency right now. Thanks. I came down a little bit. Thank you for talking to me. Thank you for the Knicks therapy.
No doubt.
You know what I'm saying? I kind of needed that. Ace Bezel, I know Timmy's your guy too. If you want to call in and talk me down too, you can do that. I know that's your guy. But yo, Timmy, man, Timmy, man, he's making me look bad, man, because I was defending him for a while. Timmy Turner, man, he's been making me look bad for a minute, man. I've been defending him. For those of you who listen to my show on my podcast, I've been kind of like trying to defend him And I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
Well, let's keep it at that. Mario Hezonja tonight made me look like a hater because I've been saying for the whole time he's not Super Mario, he's subpar Mario. But he had a good game tonight.
Yeah,
he had a good game tonight, so he made me look like a hater tonight.
Yeah,
I'll take that. You know what I'm saying?
I will say he had a good offensive game tonight. The defense was a little he got lost a little bit.
Defense was average.
Yeah, he got lost a little bit. He got lost a little bit, but he was hitting shots. He wasn't shooting like Luigi today. I know CP, my bad CP. I know you like Luigi, but he wasn't Mario. He was Luigi. He was but you know he did good. He did alright.
He was doing the thing shooting tonight.
He shot alright.
His defense ain't no anomaly though. That's for damn sure.
That's a fact. That's a fact. Free dot. Start dot. I'm still saying start dot. But Mario,
I've been saying that one too. Start dot at the 3. I'm cool with that.
I'm cool with that, yo. But thanks for the call, man. Thank you.
Of course, man. Love and support always.
Yo, that's a fact. Shout out to the chat, you for holding me down, man. It's my first time holding me down by myself. No CP here, just me. It's JLS taking over your airwaves, YouTube waves, whatever you want to call it. So shout out to the chat. Shout you out real quick. Also, we gotta talk about statement games real quick. Yo, Ace Bezel, Ace Bezel says we just not good on defense in general. Timmy not gonna be good every game. All right, Ace Bezel. All right, I knew he was gonna defend Timmy for me. I knew he was gonna defend him. Thanks, dog. Yo, but shout out to Ace Bezel for hopping on. What up? Yo, shout out to Ace Bezel. Shout out to Nicholas Reyes. Shout out to Ricardo Custom, my chat, holding it down. Shout out to Smoke Stats. Shout out to shout out. Hold on. I think do we have questions? Dave, okay, let me go to this questions now. All right, I'm getting used to this now. I'm getting to the questions portion. I know some of y'all been sending in questions to that little sheet that Dave is that Alex is giving out. If you want to ask me a question, because the chat be moving fast, I'm over here talking. Put the question right here. So Ayo Poa, I mess with the names. Ayo Powell, he says, has there been another player in the Knicks history that has had the whole city of the Knicks fandom conversing so much as we do Frank? Another player in Knicks history. Oh man, that's hard to say, man, because listen, man, the Knicks as a whole, we are the #1 media city in the NBA, in my opinion. I know there's a lot of them, but there's been a lot of, I know Frank seems a lot right now, but I was around with Marbury and them, dog. I was around with Marbury and Isaiah Thomas when my guy was eating Vaseline and getting benched by Larry Brown and having the feud. And I don't know how old you are, but trust me when I say this year has been calm. You remember Derrick Rose was on the milk cart and he ran away? Remember Joakim Noah punched Jeff Hornacek? There was a lot happened, man. I know it seems like a lot because it's happening right now, but to be honest with you, this is relatively calm, dog. This is nothing. This is like a cakewalk. This is like a skip through Oz, dog. This is nothing. Trust me. Trust me. Oh man, yo, Big Shaq. Yo, shout out to Big Shaq with this question. He says, man, I swear to God, people need to stop acting like Frank needs to have grown up on chopped cheese and Dykeman Street ball. Oh, shit. He says, oh, man. When do you think people will realize Frank Andy's... I'm sorry, I'm having a problem reading this question with this Excel sheet. I'm still getting used to it. He's basically saying when do people realize that Frank and the European players aren't like everybody else. They're not like the Dykeman guys. I don't know, man. I don't know. People have these preconceived notions of what a point guard should be. And you know what? I kind of like the Dykeman Ballers too, man. I'm a fan of the crossover and the no-look pass. We in New York, man. This is New York. We came from that era. We came from that crossover era and that street ball and then breaking your ankle. So I don't totally blame people for not seeing in the future like, you know, me and you were seeing Big Shaq. But they might have to get over it. If it comes to a time, if there comes a time where we actually have like a full team and we're wearing a chip and Frank is doing his thing, then I think you'll start to see the value that he has to a winning team. But right now, when everybody is losing, when a team is losing in general, everybody's deficiencies is magnified. Any little thing they did wrong is 20 times worse than mine when you're on some crazy losing streak. That's a fact. And that's what we're doing right now. So shout out. Thanks for that question, man, Big Shaq. Next question from Ayo Powell. Says, how do you feel about Bronx-born Kemba Walker coming home to New York? I will say this. I'm not going to lie, man. Kemba had me breaking my code for a second. Like, this guy is balling. He seems like he's arrived. He's killing it right now. But at the end of the day, he's still a 31-year-old, 6-something point guard. We can't give this guy no super max. We can't do it, dog. Because you have to think big picture. You have to think big picture. You kind of have to think we have to build a team around a superstar. We can't just have one guy who's taking up the majority of the cap and then we don't have the pieces to build around him. So, especially if he's not going to bring you over the hump. Because he's not making that Supermax deal right now with Charlotte. And Charlotte isn't a contender right now. You know what I mean? Charlotte is alright, but they're not winning the chip with him right now. He needs more pieces. So if we bring him with another piece like Durant or somebody or Kawhi, I'm all with it. Then we have a Durant, Kawhi, KP thing. But even that's gonna be a stretch with the money situation. Like I don't think there's enough money to go around to even pull that off. But I mean, if he comes with somebody else, I'm with it. I understand people's admiration for him because he's a really good player. But I'm not for breaking the bank to bring Kemba here. Right now, it's Kawhi and KD top of the list for me. Ace Bezel, how do you feel about only going after KD? And if you don't, just keep the team together. I'm all for keeping the team together, man. I'm all for we go after KD, we go after Kawhi. If that doesn't work, oh well. Keep it moving. Don't spend a bunch of big money on all these free agents that tier after it. You know, get some cheap 1-year, 2-year deals for a few, like $8 million or something to fill out the roster. Keep most of the team together and keep it moving. Short-term deals until something else happens, like a Anthony Davis, or maybe just build some chemistry going forward and keep it moving that way, man. I'm with you on that. I'm definitely with you on that. And, you know, and just keep, just do that and just keep evaluating, man. Keep evaluating. Definitely gotta bring back Vonleh for sure, but keep evaluating. I know. Moutier's playing well right now. He's come from the absolute throw wisdom. Well, maybe I'll compare him to some other free agent point guard and think about bringing him back. Not saying I would, but you think about it. Somebody like Vonleh, lock him up, put him on the team, on the squad long term. Know what I mean? Like, so I'm with you on that, dog. I'm definitely with you on that. So shout out to the chat. Shout out Ace. Ace is smart. You know my chat isn't moving as fast. He can sneak his question in real fast, quick, in a hurry. Exactly. Build the team the right way. I'm with you. Yes, please like and subscribe like Alex Collins said. Please like and subscribe. Shoot, should I even do the player ratings right now? Do you guys want me to do the player ratings? Let me know. Should I do the player rating, fellas? Should I do the player ratings? Player ratings, player ratings, player ratings. Maybe I should. Maybe I should look at this player ratings real quick. Also, we got to talk about the statement games, yo. Guys, statement games. Statement games. There's a game tomorrow versus Charlotte, I believe. Am I right, Nick? There's a game tomorrow versus Charlotte. If you want to play statement games, play tomorrow. I know they're giving away the winner in the rooms get $10 gift cards. And then they're going to pick the winners from those rooms and give away a Knicks hat from CP. So, head to the statement games for sure for a chance to win $10 gift cards. You know, maybe you can get think about a discount on your hat if you won something, or a jersey or whatever. And the winner of the drawing of that $10 gift card game will have a chance to win some Knicks apparel, and it'll be a hat. Your name will be put in the drawing, and you'll be able to win a hat. Did I explain that right? Boom. Now I'm not as smooth as CP on the transitions and stuff. I'm gonna get there if he actually leaves again. But yeah, I guess it's some player rating stuff for now. If I'm looking at let's see. Let me get to this box score real quick. Alright. Let's see. Okay, so definitely gotta talk Enes Kanter, who led the way. Let's see. Vonleh, 4 points. Hezonja, -14, 12 points. Enes Kanter, 23 and 11. Moutier, 13 points. Tim Hardaway Jr., 7. Trier held it down 5 with 15. And Dotson with 12 with a -1. So, let's see. My top 3 for this game. Let's see. Number 3. Oh, CP calling in. Hold on. CP is calling in. Let's see. Hold on. Getting things together. Yo, CP, it's the Jailer Takeover. What's good? You on the line? Can you hear me?
Yo, am I live?
Yeah, you live, man. It's the Jailer Takeover. What's good?
Hey, what's up, man? Just want to let you know, man, I'm a big fan of the show.
Yeah? What's your favorite part?
Big fan of the show, man. Keep up the good work. I'm officially, as of tonight, resigning as a Knicks fan. I will now be a fan of the Chicago Bulls.
What? That's what you do? That was the plan?
Fire Fizdale.
That was the plan?
Tim Hardaway Jr. Start Mario Hezonja at the point.
Oh, my God.
And, yeah, man, that's how I want to rebuild the team, man. I want to build a team through Mario Hezonja, man.
Word, that's how it is? You going to be a Wendell Carter Jr. fan, dog? That's what we doing right now? You a Wendell Carter?
Oh, man. So what happened tonight, man? Was it even an interesting game, or was it kind of just like ho-hum?
Did you catch it? Yeah, I guess you didn't catch it. Oh, man.
Nah, I didn't watch anything, man. Me and wifey went out tonight. So
date night. That's what the chat was saying. That's what the chat was saying.
Date night, you know what I'm saying? It was date night, man.
Damn.
Turn back the clock in my romance.
I feel you, man. I understand. I get it. But yeah, man, I'm gonna tell you.
Yeah, man.
It was. Well, I'll tell you this: the French Prince came out tonight. He came.
Okay, finally.
Yeah, he finally came out tonight. He gave you some love. But first of all, the game started kind of lacking. The starters, right? The starters were kind of fighting back a little bit, led by Enes Kanter. Enes Kanter was doing his thing. He was doing his back to the basket. Allen couldn't really hold him. Mario was actually looking semi-super today on the offensive end. He had some buckets going in. Right. And then the Nets were still winning, though. And then there's a little transition that happened. The second unit came in, and they couldn't sustain it. What was happening? Knox got in the game. Knox was getting bullied by Davis. There was one point in the game where you heard the Nets players screaming, "Yo, he's too little." Anybody else in the chat caught that? They was like, "Yo, he's too little," and Knox got bodied up on defense, bad dog. And I think Fizz actually ended up taking him out.
All right, well, that's good. That's good. He's got to toughen up. He's got to eat. They get him in the program. Him and Money Mitch get him in the program, and he'll be all right.
Yeah, but pretty much we got the bullied on the offensive boards as well. I think they had like 11 offensive boards to 3 by halftime. They were shooting 52% at halftime as well. It wasn't looking good. And then the starters came in the third quarter, and they couldn't score and they couldn't defend. And the Fizz kids came in and made it interesting, dog. Made it interesting. Frank came in, I think it was 6 minutes left. It was the lineup. Hold up, the lineup. It was the all Fizz kid lineup came in the third quarter. Frank, Dot, Trier, Knox, Mitch. Came in the third quarter and sparked the run. The Knicks were down 16. Sparked the run. They were down 16. Frank came in. Crowd was in it. Cheering Frank. Dotson gets to the line. Misses 2 free throws in a row. You're like, come on, Dot. It was good. But on that second free throw, they get the rebound. Dot hits a 3. Bam. Next thing you know, Dot rings off 10 points in the third quarter. Frank.
Typical Dot.
Yeah. All of a sudden, he just gets hot. Frank throws like a lob pass to Mitch, and he hits some wild backwards alley-oop layup. The Fizz kids were locking them down. They got it cut to like, I think 6, either 6 or 4, and it got close. But ultimately we lost. It was a good fight by the Fizz kids. I think they cut it to 6 or 4 twice. But we put up a fight. That's all you can ask for. And Frank had a pretty decent game too. Yeah, shot 50%, 7 pounds.
Did Jared Dudley score, man? Please tell me Jared Dudley didn't score.
Did Jared Dudley score? I know he had an embarrassing little strip on Vonleh. He did score. Yeah, he did score. He took the ball from Vonleh and he scored. It was bum ass Jared Dudley. I'm before ass head Jared Dudley scored.
Bum ass Jared Dudley, man. Bum ass Dinwiddie and a bum ass Nets.
Yeah, man. But I mean,
it's all good. It is what it is, man.
The Fizz. It was all about the Fizz kids, man. People was hyped to see the Fizz kids play. That's what it really was tonight. If you want to take a positive from tonight, Frank showed he had a heartbeat. Frank showed emotion. He was screaming. Dotson played well. Mitch got 5 fouls and didn't foul out. That was nice.
Okay.
And Trey looked good at the 2-guard spot for a change.
Yeah, his natural position. All
right.
Yeah.
Even though
it's good to see. I mean, it's good to see Frank, showing some emotion. I mean, I still don't know if I agree with the whole benching thing, but listen, if he galvanizes him, then mission accomplished. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, we'll see. We're really gonna see if that benching really did something for Frank or not.
Yeah,
we will see.
Absolutely, man, absolutely. But yeah, man, shout out to the chat. Nick of Time Show. Shout out to everybody at Knicks Fan TV. Subscribe to the channels. Hit that thumbs up button, please.
Please.
And yeah, man, JLs, how'd you think you did on your first night solo dolo, man? What you think, man?
I will give my commentary an A+, and I will give my
what's your player rating? What's your player rating for JL tonight?
I didn't even do the player ratings though, but I'll give my switchboard work a needs work.
Yeah. Yo, listen, man. For all you people watching, I told you, JLs, that shit's not easy, man. That live streaming shit is not easy, man.
Nah, man. I was just like, yo. There's still certain things like I was trying. They was complaining that the video I had the volume up, and I couldn't figure out how to turn that joint down. So I turned that joint down, and then they couldn't hear the caller.
I'm in Penn Station. I'm like, yo, let me check in on the show, and all I hear is Mike Breen blasting Ennis Cancer highlights, mad loud. I'm like, yo, turn down the volume, JL. Turn down the volume.
And I was like, oh, that's the desktop audio joint in the mixer. So I heard that down, but then they couldn't hear the caller because I turned down the it was like, oh, okay, it was a little bumpy.
Yeah, listen, man.
So it's been my face. I didn't play no highlights after that. It's just been my face and the stats. I wasn't playing no highlights after that.
Yeah. We'll tweak it. We'll get some tweaking, man. Well, like I said, that's just it's all a learning process. Definitely not easy. So, a good shift is taking it on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. Yo, thanks, Nick. Give me a 10. I'll take it.
Yeah. Yo, statement games for everybody. Statement games tomorrow. $10 NBA gift card and a Knicks snapback, courtesy of yours truly. And statement games and the Nick of Time show. You guys have until 7:30 to get all your picks in for the Knicks versus the Hornets game. Get your 10 statements in before 7:30 tip-off. Go to statementgames.com, create your account, and pick your 10 statements. The winners of each lobby will win the $10 gift card. And then we're going to take the winners from each lobby, throw them in a raffle, and that winner's going to win a brand new Knicks snapback. Once again, that's courtesy of Shells Heavy, myself, Statement Games, and Nick of Time show. So make sure you guys are playing. Like I said, man, it's free to play. There's no reason not to play. You know what I mean, JL?
Yeah, it's free, man. Like, how do you what? Oh my, you don't want free gift cards and free snapbacks? Dog, you bugging.
You know, it takes 5 minutes to play the game. It takes 5 minutes to play the game. So. For everybody out there, make sure you just sign up for the account. And,
are we going head to head? I know I'm not going to do the thing tomorrow because I'm going to be recording tomorrow the podcast. But
let's do it. I'm going to put my statements in tomorrow morning, and then put yours in tomorrow morning, and Nick will check the stats.
All right, I think I'm undefeated right now, so I want to keep the streak alive.
All right, no doubt, man. All right, man. So I'm gonna sign off. Just go chill out and then play some Call of Duty, something. Chill out. My night off. You know what I mean?
I'm about to end the show. Actually,
I got the entertainer. I got the entertainer coming through tomorrow night. So I'm gonna send you his stuff in the morning. If you could just do those overlays for the entertainer and shit.
All right, cool. Yeah, send me the logos and I'll hook that up for you tomorrow.
All right, no doubt, man. Yeah, do your thing, man. Big fan of the show, man. Big fan.
Could be better, but I got you.
Yeah, don't worry about it, man.
Man, it's all good. All right, yo. Thanks for the chat. Give me the 9.8s on the rating. I appreciate that.
Yeah, see, there you go.
There you go.
Man. All right, man.
All right, yo. I think I'm gonna wrap up this. Do y'all want me to do player ratings or how y'all? Jealous Frank Lakina on the boards. Yeah. All right. My three. I'll just give my 3 top players of the game. I'll do that. Top 3 players of the game for me. Not Tim Hardaway. That's for damn sure. Hazonia. Played good offense, but he was a -14 for a reason, in my opinion. Like, his defense was atrocious tonight. Blown assignments. Moutier, 13 points, 4 assists. Cantor, 23-14. -9. Let's see. Frank Ntilikina. Yo, who's your top 3? Who do you think your top 3 players are for this game, dog? Chat, let me know. Who do you think? Top 3 players of the night. Give me 10 years. All right, I'm gonna give my top 3. My top 3 players of the night. Number 3 will be Number 3, I'm gonna give it to Trier. 15 points, +5 on the night. Highest plus minus on the teams. I know he didn't play well as a lead guard in that second quarter, but he was a big part of that comeback. So I'll give him that. Oh, man. I want to give Cantor some love for the 23 and the 14 also as my number 2 guy. 23 points, 14 rebounds. Giving Allen all he can. And let's see. And I'm going to give let's see. Yo, who's number 1, y'all? Who should get number 1? I like what Dot did. I like what Frank did. He set the tone defensively, and I feel like he trickled down over everybody. Like, his thing is, it didn't show on the box score, but he had a +7, which is the highest plus minus of the night, with the 7 points and his 3 assists. So I'll give it to Frank. The ceremonial, I'll give it to Frank. Limited time, his defense spirit to come back. Even though he didn't have a big scoring night, I'm going to give them the ceremonial one, Cantor and Trier. I'll roll with that. Chat supporting me. Money Making Mitch did his thing, man, too. He got the 5 fouls. Money Mitch got the 5 fouls, but he did his thing. The Mitch Frank tandem on the pick and rolls helped turn that game together. And even Dawson with his spurt in the third quarter kind of ignited something. Everybody kind of played a role. That whole Fizz Kids second lineup did something today, man. I like what I saw. But yo, that is our show. I don't have no fancy closeout music. I don't have my fancy graphics up here. But if y'all want to follow me, you know what? First and foremost, subscribe to both channels. Subscribe to Knicks Fan TV. Subscribe to the Nick of Time Show, first and foremost. Also, check out the podcast. My last podcast is getting a huge response. So thanks to anybody who checked out the last podcast we did with NYK Terry. Check that out. But yeah, please subscribe. Please keep subscribed to both channels. Hit the like button so you can be visible out there in Knicks world. Thanks you guys for looking out for us. Also, if you want some merch, the Brazilian hat. Listen, man, if y'all don't know, I am a designer by trade. I design my own merch. Brazilian hat designed by Jay Ellis. If you want a Brazilian hat, head to the description. There's a link in my description, thenicoftimeshow.com/catalog. Get your Brazilian hats. Get your hoodies for the holidays. Get that now so you have it on time for Christmas. Trust me. You won't regret it. It's warm, it's comfy, and you'll love it. Also, follow me on all social medias in the description. On Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. All links in the description. Also, please do the same thing for my guy CP, holding it down. One of the best partners, one of the best guys I worked with so far, man, holding it down. Started this post-game live, we collaborated together, helped him out with the graphics and design of the set. But his brainchild, and you know, he's a great partner, man. I love that dude, yo. And I only met that guy 4 times, yo. So shout out to CP. Yo, thanks for hanging out with me, man. It's been great. Knicks lose. We'll be back tomorrow for revenge. For Charlotte, was get that win. Peace.